everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have a dangerous team. The Buccaneers are top 10 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a Saints team looking to avoid a costly mistake.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. So the offense has it first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go play action here on first down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. And the back goes into motion. Now Jameis on second down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kelvin Benjamin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the forward down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
Breeze to throw on second down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
As you and I know from visiting a lot of camps, no one practices this type of a start, do they?
No, especially not on the road. You give up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now there's likely a 3-and-out on your first possession.
Yeah, you throw that incompletion there. You hate to fall into a hole early, especially on the road. Got to be careful.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A first down throw for Winston. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now a second down throw for Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield they get to it. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. From the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Second down, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kelvin Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Going up top. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Taken in at the 22. A nice move in midfield. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1st and 10. Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. The slot man in motion right. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the... They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. The tight end in motion right. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go. Ryan 38.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Breeze to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. First down, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a carry for Ball. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ready. Blue 80. That. Mike's 50.
Play action now. Winston. And Winston lost the football. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Winston now to throw on first down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ready. That. Blue 80. Flip it. Check. Easy. Let's go now. Blue 80. Flip it.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball, outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They go play action. Winston. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
A second down throw for Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Winston on 3rd and 2. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Broncos have taken the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Breeze now on first down. Now Breeze lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run it here with Blunt. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, here's Blunt. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. First down, here's the run with Martin. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. He had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Jameis to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
So we've hit halftime. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And now running right through it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Following the interception, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Winston now. Quick hitch, complete. It's Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up fourth down. And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. Room here to run. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Ingram again. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Gerald McCoy with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Breeze now. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
A first down throw for Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Throwing, Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Jameis now on first down. And Winston lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Let's go!
got some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Fresh set of downs here. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here's Breeze. Brought in left side by Snead. And he's brought down. Breeze finding Snead there for a Saint first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DB.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Winston. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Second down and 4. To throw is Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll throw again. Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2nd down, Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Ready?
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Trailing in the 4th, this close. Of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. LeGarrette Blount, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. They find some open field here. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Howard Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Play action, Breeze. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. No problem for the Steelers. They have opened that lead up a bit further. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. One final try here for Breeze. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on.